Some of the packages that you'll install with NuGet require some configuration or bootstrapping code to really be effective inside of an application. And in many cases, NuGet can provide this bootstrapping code also. In an MVC project, a NuGet package might install an extra.cs file into your project. And inside of this .cs file is going to be code that executes before the application start event in your app domain. How is this possible? It's done with a class called the web activator. And the web activator is essentially a shim that relies on a new feature that was introduced into ASP.NET 4.0 called the pre-application start method. You can have one pre-application start method per assembly. What web activator does is plug into that pre-application start method and place code in there to, in turn, execute code that you have registered with the web activator. Let's make this a little more concrete by actually bringing up a code snippet. And what you'll find when you have startup code that NuGet installs is you'll find a .cs file that has an assembly level attribute that says, web activator, here is a method that I want you to find and execute before the application start event for this app domain. It is inside of this type, and this is the name of the method, start. So somewhere in that CS file, you will find a class that's in that namespace and has this name. That's what we're looking at right here. And it has a start method. The code that's inside of here then will execute even before the application start event, and it will execute to configure a component that we just added. In this case, we're configuring Ninject. Let's come into our web project and add a package reference. And I'm going to search the online sources for Ninject. And what we'll find is that there are a couple Ninject-related packages. One is Ninject itself. Another one is Ninject.mvc3. It has a dependency on Ninject and Web Activator. Ninject.mvc3 provides you an iDependency resolver wrapper for Ninject. We're going to cover that in the module about dependency resolution and service location. Let me go ahead and install Ninject.mvc3. It's also going to download Web Activator and Ninject, and it's going to add some configuration and startup code to my project. Now that this is finished, I can find an appstart_ninject_mvc3.cs. Inside of here is the Web Activator attribute that I talked about. It's registering a pre-application start method that is inside of this class called start. And this is the basic bootstrapping code that you need to use Ninject as a dependency resolver in MVC3. It's been added for me. Everything's been configured. All I need to do is come in and add specific Ninject configurations that I need for the components and services in my application. Let's try one more example. Let's add a package reference for Spark. Spark is another view engine that's available for MVC3. And so let's install the view engine. And that's finished. And what you'll notice is that we have another app start, this time for Spark. Inside of here is registration information specific to Spark. So the web activator in this startup code, you're allowed to have multiple classes that contain pre-application startup code to get things registered and bootstrapped for you.